work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Chicago Bears. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Fields. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
These two teams matching up for the 2nd time this year. Their first meeting back in October, week 6. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Jones with a nice gain there on 1st down as he takes us forward and call it a pickup of 6.
Well, this defense for the Bears, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Fields.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Anthony Schwartz, the intended target.
And it's 3rd down.
Back to throw. Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. It's a big play there for Green Bay. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers.
And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of it, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Crosby with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Throwing after the interception, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So a victory here in Lambeau would give them a sweep of the season series. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From just shy of midfield,
Fields swings this out for Hunt.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
They'll give to Hunt here on the option.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
They'll fake the handoff, now Fields.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Fields now to throw. The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
4 yards remain for 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2.
Here's Fields. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Touchdown!
Kareem Hunt.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game.
And here's Tucker McCann now for the PAT.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Flush to his right. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw here. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Completion here to Claypool. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. 2-yard line.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know a defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
Well, a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Fields on 3rd down. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle.
And this is caught. Right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing again is Fields. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
He's got the first down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Fields going to toss this quickly out wide, complete.
Touchdown, Bears! Anthony Schwartz with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
A check down here to Jones.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Rasul Douglas picks it.
So the interception there. And, Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And with 1 second left, they get the timeout. And they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good. So we reach halftime with the visiting Bears out on top here. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
3 yards remain for second down.
They'll go again to Jones. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
63 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was he?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's second down. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. They're going to look to throw. And it's complete to Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll set up a throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now Jones. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal. One receiver left, 2 to the right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Robert Quinn able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for it.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, It took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 36.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. A 3rd quarter now, and a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Fields.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. They'll try to run with Hunt. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
To throw is Fields.
Touchdown!
Anthony Schwartz.
His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Bears are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McCann, up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now here's a throw that's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Back to throw here. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
First and goal, a touchdown and a two-point conversion here are musts. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. This is caught, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth. So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On play action, Fields. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Hunt. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Off play action, Fields.
That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Well, same target, same result. It's Kittle.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
McCann for the point after.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Bears 28, Packers 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by McCann, up and good, and the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Packers. Chase Claypool hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 11 now.
They'll run with Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
73 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Play action. It's Fields.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that would just about put a capper on this game. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead. And that's what he did.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. He'll look to throw.
Claypool with another catch.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's second and goal. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Chicago, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year, and they will head home next week to take